Right, we know how this all works here. Let's flip the coin. Let's check the coin. Yeah, let's keep the coin. Well done getting paid here on week 4, season 10 of the NATTS here over in the MCC Division. Now we've got another one of those unusual matchups thanks to the wonders of Blood Bowl 2 bringing back one of the classic original teams. Yes, that's the Bretonians. And yes, as you may have all heard, fun fact, Games Workshop, of course, and the NAF have officially acknowledged that yes, the Bretonians are 100% full back into Blood Bowl in all versions, and that includes the board game. So we should be seeing a new release coming out sometime in 2018. So congratulations, your influence had a lot to do with that, saying, is this a viable and good team? Yes indeed, so let's get it started in here. Winds are blowing around. Well, not surprising. It's the only way we can clear the stench from the Bretonians. So, Dark Elves. Again, one of those very viable and wonderful teams because, let's face it, with Agility 4, every player can possibly go and get that sucking football. So, Elf Dickery is, of course, always in full effect. You didn't need that reroll. That was overvalued. 136. You've only rolled, what, 2 blocks? Of course you're going to get a 136 this early. Well, see, there you go, you've got the ball. And now we're going to farm the completion, because, you know, AG4. What could possibly go wrong? And the Elves have decided, since they've already burned the reroll, let's not do anything else. So as you can see here, the Bretonians have decided, you know what? If you're not going to go anywhere, well, we might as well just press this one in. Meet me, Fist. It's a dear friend of mine. Now, this is what's so wonderful with the Bretonian teams. You know, the peons, you know, pretty much almost useless, but you know what? They got strength 3. So they can actually stay on the line and take a good solid pounding. Of course, the good thing is that I'd rather do it cheap, so usually easy replacements. As you can see, he's already had quite an interesting season. There's no one over here. So that means everything he's got is already on the field. As for the Dark Elves, well, as you can see, you know, expensive team to start. They do have the, it looks like, the mandatory, though, starting set of the Blitzers. Of course, one of them's taking a wee bit. No, wait, that's a lineman. Well, you didn't need kick anyway. So I guess it looks like the Dark Elves have taken a wee bit of a pounding themselves there. Yep. Lineman, loner. So that means they've got one Blitzer out for the game. And of course, one of our favourite little darlings now, the little killing machines are absolutely fantastic, aren't they? Let's start off with a push me, push you. And unfortunately, she's already got block. And the Dark Elves have decided, you know what, let's cage this up and see what actually happens this drive. Welcome to turn 2. Let's see if the Bretonians are going to actually do anything exciting here. And already the decision is, you know what, if you've got someone there with armor 7, you can't miss a trick. They want to go and have that, you know, dance called Nicely punched. Let's just see who punches who. And you can see here it's a rather aggressive screen by the Bretonians, even deciding to mark up the lineman in the front. Their figuring is you're only at a reroll, let's make the pressure even tough. In fact, this is where they decide they're going to actually make their blitz. It's only a push me, push you. Yep, decides to bring the extra player in. Where are you going? Come on. There you go, everyone can take part in this. Except for bathing. That's only for the nobles and only once a month. Once again, block me, block you. And the Dark Elves, well, they're going to have to think of something. And now they're about to discover the nice, lovely skill the peons have, besides falling down. Which is fend, but not in the case of block. So far, calm and precise because nothing really explosive has happened just yet. But don't worry, it's early days indeed. Now, as someone has always noted here, and it's been pointed out by many people in the forums here, how come the Bretonians don't have a big guy? Everyone's answer is they don't need it. Because you have 4 starting players, all your blitzers that start with Dauntless. You don't need a big guy. And besides, who wants to take away all the glory? Speaking of glory, meet me fist. Well, that's a solid stun. How about you? Push me, push you. Well, that's a rather aggressive play. I guess he's taking advantage of the fend. It's this incredibly aggressive play here. I do give full credit to the Bretonians. Solid hit. Solid punch. Well, unfortunately, he has found that hamster. And down he trips. Does he wish to re-roll that? No. And the Dark Elves are definitely going to have to change tactics, but is this an overcommitment? That's a really good question. Well, let's see what the Elves actually do about this one. Good solid kick. And you definitely have to re-roll that. That's it for the re-rolls for the Dark Elves. And it's another good solid stun. But as you can see here, that might have been way too much of an overcommitment, and yes, the Dark Elves have noticed that. It's time to swing the other direction. And here they come, plunging down the centre, and it's a full-on breakaway. Here comes the little Sheila. Push me, push you. One more time with feeling. Looks like surf and turf time's coming up. Does anyone else wish to throw a swing now? Well, now it's in the Bretonians, and yes, now you can see overcommitment. Way too many people this far away. Another one of the great advantages here for the Dark Elves. Pretty good speed. When your slowest player is a movement 6, well, there's quite a few things you can actually get away with, and because these usually for a lot of cutting the corners. Because one can AG4 fail. Makes the easy dodge away. And even gets a solid punch. There goes the ball. That's a good use of a skill there, as you can see there. Both strip ball and wrestle. It's a really good combination. Push me, push you. Does get away with a solid hit by the peon. Well, someone's not getting a second date, I'll tell you that. Bretonians, well done. Good recovery. Not such a good recovery there. I can see why you're thinking it, but you do realise it's a 1 in 3 chance it doesn't just fail, it's a 1 in 6 chance it really fails. And congratulations, Battalions, with 2 rerolls left in the tank, now have an eligible receiver. Might not have been the smartest play. Don't get me wrong, I can see why, but there you go. Bretonians suddenly have recovered this one. And now suddenly, you know, the Fisted Gauntlet is on the other hand. Solid hit. And in fact, the Bretonians have really recovered this one here very well, more so. They're even charging right back down the field. Dark Elves, no rerolls left. I've now got to find a way to recover this one. Two dice, it's push me, push you. And now the rest of the team has to try and figure out some way. And not with a 1 in 9. As I was mentioning, he was trying to figure out some way to get back. Unfortunately, now he's got players still not stood up. And there's the power of Vessel. And yet now you can see the advantages here. The Bretonian Blitzers, of course, also having catch. Makes that an extremely sensible play. And you can even now wait there for a while and try and burn some turns out. And he does have the right target there. The best player to probably knock his players out, of course, is, well, our favourite little darling there. And the Bretonians continue to make life difficult here. And the Dark Elves, well, best they can do here is maybe a light pursuit if they wish to gamble it. You know, I was mentioning about how nothing can go wrong with Agile before. I might have lied. And the Bretonians get, well, thank you very much for the free turn. With 2 rerolls left, it's time for a good old solid fisting. Yeah, fortunately, it seems the Dark Elf armor is quite durable. Uh-oh. Faye's taking a good punch. Well, that's not very spotting. Down she goes, but fortunately it's another stun. He's on a bit of a roll here, isn't he? Well, he'll take the wrestle. Down he goes. Some more solid punching. 1 in 36. Well, someone would know if you think it's going all one way. That's the second 1 in 36. Ha! Bell rung. Yes, you've done the count right there. That's 3 out of 4 armor breaks against the Dark Elves. Make that 4.
Groovy.
I think Nuffle's trying to pick a side here. Uh-oh, here comes the loner. Clearly defective, as we say on the channel, and he's still alive. And the Dark Elves, literally that turn due to what happened, all they can do is roll over. There's nothing else to be done about it. And there you go. Bretonians on the board, surprisingly 1-0. Good solid play by the Bretonians, recovering a bad position. And I think the Dark Elves have had themselves a wee bit of a surprise. Well, here we go. Second drive here. As we can see, Bretonians have got the support. They do have the Fame today, as well as an Apothecary. Fortunately, the Dark Elves do have an Apothecary, but of course no Fame. As we said, life is difficult when you're a Dark Elf starting team. Because all your good positional players, much like, unfortunately, the Kislev, are extremely expensive. Or at least they come with useful skills, you know, like dodge, block, bit of a rat this, you see. Well, free reroll here for the Bretonians. But it's a good solid kick to their backsides. Frontline action. How you feeling? Not too good, is it? How about you? How'd you like to meet me, Fist? Uh-oh, there he goes.
I think I'm gonna hurl!
Well, let's get him off the pitch then, shall we? And that's now put the Dark Elves in a serious problem here. Fortunately, from their viewpoint here, they're only linemen. At least this time, yeah, properly, it's the loner. Bretonians here, quite frankly, now could be looking at a potentially quick score, because that can only serve to be a nice little benefit to them to pad things away. Because you always like being up 2-0 against an elf team. And there we go. Alright, what can the Dark Elves do about this? Well, there's a few things they can do here, but it's all going to come down to, does Nuffle like you? And can you get lucky? There we go, solid it. There he goes! He's gone!
Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch!
Well, there's much rejoicing indeed. So much for that peon. Well, unfortunately it's not a key player, but you know what, at this point, let's be serious. He'd take it. Bretonians. And there you saw it again. That is his third 1 in 36 so far with a double skull. So you can't say it's been all one way here. His block dice definitely don't like him. Armor dice, love them. Block dice, not so much. Well, that's it. They're going to get stuck in this time. Come on. There's the ball. There he comes. Ah, the wonders of catch. Where's the young lad going? Ah, there he is. It's not a bad spot. How about you? Push me, push you. Ah, that's about as far as you're going, lad. But wait, there's more. He's learned how to dodge. And this one. Yep, 2 dice uphill. Gets away with it. And the Dark Elves suddenly now have all kinds of problems on this drive. Another good solid hit. And of course the power to defend. Does make the dodge through. Well done. There she comes. Fails to go for it. Would you like to try that again? Oh, you're kidding me! No, that's not working. You might be an elf, but that doesn't always work, lad. Well, gets the one result he actually wants. And the Bretonians are definitely going to cover this one here. Looks like they're going to take advantage of a lucky bounce and a lucky catch. I think someone's going to be off to the races here. Yep. Who's he going to give the ball to? Well, doesn't decide actually he wants to score with this one here. But, like I said before, it's the advantages of having catch, easy handoff. And plenty of coverage just in case. And he's even making sure that shield is staying well away. Quick push me, push you. Even makes the dodge. Because the lad has already earned his dodge. The best advantage they have is the agility. Access! Speaking of access, have access to me foot. Just a stun. Here we come, pursuit. I'm not too sure you're catching this one. Makes the dodge on the dodge reroll. There's a solid, good kick. Down he goes. Anyone else? How about you? No, it looks like he's pretty much conceding this one is probably getting stuck in. Makes the fend. Well, is this the big glory play? Nope. Just a solid punch. Well, from the Bretonians' viewpoint, yeah, they could even risk now actually stalling this out an extra turn. Let's see how he decides to actually execute this one, and that actually might be the proper word for it. Now, push me, push you. Oh, that's fine. And now we go back to screening up the football again. And he decides, you know what, 2-0 looks awfully good right now, doesn't it? Well, it's cost him a peon, but quite frankly, any Bretonian team will tell you, he doesn't care. But why should he care? It's only a peon. So, what are the options here for the Dark Elves? Well, they've only got the 5 turns. They may just want to get the 1 score back. Really? They need another one? Well, he's got the football alright. And now he's just deciding at this point here, you might as well just go for the glory handoff, because now he's quite insidious. He just actually would like to score this bloody thing. That's another good solid hit. How about you? Well, he's 3 for 3 on the front line, I'll give him that. And now it seems to be generally a lot of light screening. Alright, you might have wanted to put a little pressure in, but you know what? Bretonians aren't going to complain. All they have to do is just stand the players up and set up a new screen. Not too sure why the Dark Elves decided to be that conservative of pressing in, because quite frankly, they do need to be farther down the pitch. If they're really serious about scoring this one, I'm guessing IG for the thrust. Well, let's see how well that works out for them then, doesn't it? Well, looks like they've picked a side. Here she goes. Once more with feeling. Oh, solid hit. We'll give her that. And she is off. Now she's off her meds, that's for sure. Of course, that's the way you want a witch elf, isn't it? Hey, VG, it's your favourite. It's a side cage. What could possibly... Yeah, I'm not even going to say it. We all know what could possibly go wrong. Quite the commitment, isn't it? Yep, you remembered that one. Good job. Alright, here we go. Bretonians. You could either let this one score, but quite frankly, you know, 2-0 looks like a better result, doesn't it? So, they're not going to let this one go. A very quick motion over. Oh dear, they're going to make life miserable, aren't they? Push me, push you. And instead of going straight in here, it's good enough here just to, well, keep things well and truly screened. Meanwhile, here come the rest of the lads. Come on! See, there you go. Slight adjustment this time. He's learned from his first mistake. See? It just goes to show you, coaches can learn. Yeah, speaking of learning, you wish to re-roll that one? Sure, why not? Yeah, it's a good solid hit. Well done for the little peon. He's something very unique on this team. Survivor. Look at his totals right now. He's down to only 2 of the bloody things. A good use of the job fend, and well, Didn't quite think that one out, did you? You realise you don't have the route you had last time. And he does it again. Would you like to get 3 for 3? Well, offend anyway. And he's still alive. Well, that's it. You've got 3 turns. And then it goes 1 in 9 into a 1 in 9, and so much for that one. You might complain about that's a lot of 1 in 9s. Well, he hasn't had all the 1 in 36s that his opponents actually had this game. Well, and it is. 1 die, nope. But he'll take the push because once again, wrestle, strip ball, goodbye tonight. And once again, the look of the bounce. But I don't think you're going very far with that one, Sheila. Oof, makes the lucky dodge. There's more wrestling, and here we go, turn 15. What are you going to do about this one? That's another solid push me, push you. Seems to be ignoring what he's actually got to do here. Now he's finally figured it out. Not what he wants. It's a skull. And so much for the chain push. Well, this is about to suck. Solid it. How about you? Oh dear. Well, the fans are going to have some fun with that, aren't they?
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
You are physically repulsive, intellectually retarded, you're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid, you have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell.
Well, we can see how she feels about the fans. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? Let's get back into the game here. Well, the Bretonians don't have enough turns to score it here, but they can certainly prevent anyone else from doing it. You know what? Let's even just get to steal the ball. Do you want a glory pass? Finally, something fails on that one. Count your blessings there, lad. You survived. Well, what does that leave for the Dark Elves? Makes me kind of wonder why you're doing this effort. It doesn't achieve anything. But at this point here, well, we know what the final score's looking like. It's now just the final boots to the shins. Handbags at 2 paces. That's another solid punch. That's some pretty durable dirt on those peons, let me tell you. He's got the ball. He even makes the dodge away. There's the glory pass, which of course he spikes. Well, that's about the tail of his game. So there you go. Surprisingly interesting result there. 2-0 for the Bretonian teams. Well played, well done. How to swing things around, and you can see some very interesting development of skills, especially on the blockers. Not what you'd normally expect, but let's hear it for strip ball. And we're going to find out as the season goes on. Is this going to be a true enough as a blessing for one of these teams, or is things actually going to start going topsy-turvy? Meanwhile, Nuffle, bless your dice.